take over immediately. I had to cancel out of there because it's still not getting in the right lane soon enough. Report that. Oh boy. Yeah, this is a drive-through. I'm going right through the Taco Bell drive-through, I think. Okay, no, I don't want anything. See you. What's up, YouTube? We're gonna see if my car with full self-driving beta version 10.4 can drive me all the way from my home to my work. Here we go. All right, so I am hands-free and I am not stepping on the accelerator. I am not doing a single thing to my car. Every so often, while using full self-driving beta, you do need to nudge the steering wheel to make sure that the car knows that you're still sitting in your seat. All right, so the car is nudging forward here very slowly. It recognizes there's a red light. Autopilot paused. It says waiting for our turn. So it does know that we can turn right on red. It sees this person. It actually saw them before I saw them. And now it's going. So this up. Okay, so I did have to step on the accelerator there because that was a very confusing situation. There was a pedestrian on the corner and I waved her ahead, assuming my car would stop. And then she said, no, you go ahead. And before she even said that, the car started moving. So it's like I contradicted myself by saying go ahead and my car starts moving. So in those situations, it's that weird but normal human interaction that takes place that the autonomous software will just never be able to deal with completely. All right, here's where it needs to get over into the right lane. It needs to get over right now. I had to cancel out of there because it's still not getting in the right lane soon enough. Report that. Elon Musk just tweeted yesterday that, or maybe it was on Saturday, that he's going to sell 10% of his holdings in Tesla stock. If everybody on Twitter said yes, he would do it. If they said no, he wouldn't do it. And as it turns out, the majority of people voted yes. So he is going to sell 10% of his stake. That's something like $22 billion, something crazy like that. So anyway, I just had an epiphany. If he's going to sell, which he's probably going to sell, there's a 95% chance, in my opinion, that he's going to put a lot of that money, maybe not a lot of it, but I mean, a small percentage, which is a lot of money, into Dogecoin. I know it sounds crazy, but it might be a good time to put some money into Doge. I keep thinking I have to take over here, but it's going to do it all on its own. It better. Wow, very late there again. All right, hey guys, it is 5 o'clock and it is pitch black outside. Very, very annoying for my commute home from work, but I'm gonna stop by the gym here. We're gonna see if my car can take me all the way from the office to my gym with 0 interventions. So it's going to be an interesting exit out of this parking lot. Probably the most interesting part of the whole trip, to be honest with you. Everything else I think we'll be able to do just fine. It may try to take the highway. We're going to find out. If it does, I'm going to have to reroute midway, but that shouldn't count as an intervention. An intervention is if I step on the accelerator. A disengagement is if I jerk the steering wheel out of the full self-driving beta mode, or if I hit on the brake pedal. So I'm not anticipating I'm going to have any of those, but we're going to put it to the test here. I am dialed in, ready to go. All I need to do is put it into drive. Here we are. So it is in drive, and the little steering wheel icon just showed up. So we're going to go ahead and see if it can get us out of this parking lot. This is going to be the trickiest part here. All right, so not really sure if it's going to be able to do this. Oh boy, making me nervous here. I don't know where it's going. Ooh, don't hit that. Ooh, it almost hit. I had to take over there. Oh, that made me really nervous. It almost hit that truck. All right, and it's trying to route me out here. So this is where the GPS really gets confused. So it's trying to go around some side area, which doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So I'm going to try to get it oriented out in the right path here to start and see if it can get me out the rest of the way. So how about if I just start right here? I'll go ahead and turn it on. We're going to see. Yeah, it's taking me some strange way here. Not sure why it's going that way. So it's going to go out on the main road. This is the road we want it to go on, which is the right road. A little bit weird getting out of that parking lot. Almost clipped the curb there. So it's going to go right here. I don't know why. It doesn't make any sense to me. So I'm gonna actually cancel out of this. So I have to make it go left. I don't know why it does that. It's so weird. So that's not a problem with full self-driving. That's a problem with the map data. This is Google Map data that it's using. So we're gonna now that we're on the right road here. Okay, there we go. Now it's rerouted, so I'm going to go ahead and press on it here. Okay, so double press down. So as long as you get out in the right area and it maps everything out. Now this is the right path, so everything should be smooth sailing from here. But yeah, that's one tricky thing, is the GPS data ends up routing you the wrong way a lot of the time. Very frustrating, especially when you know the area you're driving in. A little bit of feedback on the wheel. Okay, here we come up on a yellow light, and it's stopping very nicely here. No issues so far, no interventions. Very easy route, I'll have to say. So I'm just basically going straight all the way through a series of traffic lights, and then left onto another street, and then that's going to take us through another series of lights, and then we're going to take a right. And in the right turn up here, where you can see it's going to take a right and zigzag into this parking lot. That's the trickiest part for sure, but it's still, I've done it before. It's still not that bad. It's manageable. Okay, here we go. Green arrow. Great, moving forward. Nice acceleration. It's putting some distance between me and the person in back of me, which is nice. So it makes me nervous when somebody's tailgating me. So in that case, if someone is on your tail, you can, of course, change lanes at any time by turning on the left turn signal or the right turn signal. And then also what you can do is apply extra acceleration to move forward further, or what you can do is use the right scroll wheel to adjust your maximum speed. So a couple options. And then one thing that's really neat to me, at least, is when you're at an intersection, and let's say you're the first one in line, while you're running full self-driving beta, if you step on it and floor it, the car will accelerate 0 to 60 in exactly 5 seconds. I'm using my model is the long-range rear-wheel drive version, which they discontinued in mid-2019. So other models can go faster if it's a dual dual drive or dual motor model. But this is plenty fast enough. 5 seconds, 0 to 60 is very, very quick and a lot faster than other cars around you. So it gives you definitely enough of a gap there. So a continuation to my tests from a previous video where I closed my eyes. I did another test. So if you put your head up, and before when I put my head up, and I've tested this a couple times, you will not get any message that says pay attention to the road. However, if you put your head up and you close your eyes, you do get the message, and you get it fairly quickly. So that was interesting to me. So it is definitely looking at your eyes in every single situation. However, if it's sunny outside and you put your hand up and it's visibly obstructed, your eyes are obstructed from the camera, then what will happen is nothing. It will still recognize that your head is oriented in the right direction. Now, ooh, why was it changing lanes here? It's really confusing right now. Not sure why it's... Okay, so it's hanging out in the left lane. Very, very weird that it's doing that. These other cars are coming up very cautiously and trying to figure out what is going on. It should not be doing that. So it kind of creeped into the right lane. I'm just going to leave it for now. I mean, it's not creating any issues. It's just people around me are going to think I'm weird. I don't know why it did that, but it should... When the light turns green here, it should straighten itself out. Very, 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 very weird that it would do that. It was like it was trying to get in the other left turn lane. I mean, it knows that it has to go left here, but it almost... it kept the left blinker on. That's the first time that's ever happened. So the car in front of me is creeping forward. Let's see here what it does. So now there's much more of a gap. And I felt a little bit of movement, just ever so slightly, but it didn't do anything. Now it's trying to, oh my gosh, okay, so now it's moving. Okay, there it's closing the gap. Interesting. That was really strange. So anyway, back to what I was talking about. If you, okay, here we go, turning left. Okay, hands are on the steering wheel. This makes me nervous every time here because there's no lines. Okay, it did it just fine. So if you put your hand in front of your eyes and your eyes are obstructed from the camera relies entirely on the orientation of your head. And okay, that was nicely done. Gets into the other lane. And I believe the same is the case if you wear sunglasses. But if you put your thumb over the camera completely, it will, I think, shut itself down. I haven't done that test yet, actually. Not sure if I want to right now, but that is something that you definitely you cannot do. I think it will recognize very quickly that you're trying to cheat. I don't know if you'd call that cheating, but yeah, definitely not safe. I mean, it's like basically blocking safety features right there. It has to know that you're driving. Now, in previous versions of Full Self-Driving Beta, the camera, in-cabin camera, was not used. So you could do that. But now, that's not possible. They will definitely shut it down. So I think I just changed my mind. I'm going to try this. Again, this is all for science, because this is a very kind of mundane trip here. I'm really confident that it will do this just fine. So we're going to do this test. So it's hard to see the camera, but I'm going to go up here with my finger and cover it up. See what happens here. Okay, so it's completely covered up right now. Take over immediately. Okay, look at that. So hazard lights go on. Cabin camera is covered or blinded. Uncover camera to engage autopilot. Oof, it really didn't like that. So yeah, definitely don't do that. So you can start it back up again. So if you go over 80 miles per hour while you're on a highway, it will shut down permanently to the point where you cannot re-engage full self-driving beta. What you have to do in that situation is pull over, park the car, and then re-engage full self-driving. And I have had that happen before. So previously, before I had full self-driving beta, if you used Navigate on Autopilot on the highways, you could use it all the way up to 90 miles an hour. But now they've changed that, and they limit you to 80 miles an hour. So that's a little bit annoying for me, because there are certain situations where I will have to go a little bit over 80 miles an hour. I usually don't drive in the 80 to 90 mile per hour range, but there are a couple situations, especially on longer road trips, where it is necessary based on the traffic that's around you. So in those situations, it's hard to remember, and I've already had it happen, it's hard to remember that it will cancel out and basically stop you from using it. So definitely something to be mindful of. I hope that as this gets safer and better over time, that they'll increase that limit to 90. Okay, so coming up here, we're going to take a right. It got in the right lane. It squeezed in between two cars here. That was very well done. This is a tricky right turn, and usually I get way over to the right as out of courtesy for the car behind me, but I'm going to let it do it. So here the blinkers turned on, and it's slowing down. Okay, nicely done. Very nice. Okay, I didn't have to do anything there. That was very nicely done. There was a pedestrian coming. It almost felt like it didn't see them, but they were far enough away. Okay, so it's slowing down. Ooh, trying to go in there, but not possible. Don't know why it did that, given the path is up here. It was trying to go into an area that did not match the path it was routing up to. Now this is where we need to go. Go, go, go. Oh, last minute. And it's actually failed. We got in the wrong area. And now going through, I don't even know where it's going. This scares me here. Oh boy. Yeah, this is a drive-through. I'm going right through the Taco Bell drive-through, I think. Okay, no, I don't want anything. See you. Okay. All right, so yeah, that didn't go as I thought it would. All right, so now it's gonna have to come out of this drive-through and yeah, and make its life a lot more difficult. So it is clear. It really needs to go right now. I'm not going to push it because this is a test. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. There's no cars. Yes. Come on. You got it. You got it. Come on. Go, go, go. Come on. It's safe. Go. I'm again going to wait for this. So it's really, really hesitating. Doesn't know what to do here. Okay, come on. It's safe. You're good. You're good. You're good. All right, you got it. All right. Okay, and accelerating through. Wow. All right. So now coming up here, it's going to correctly turn right. Did not get that parking lot correct at all. It did that once before. I mean, it did that route once before and did it just fine. But this time, definitely not. So we have arrived. So I'm going to pull into my regular, normal parking space, which is far away from all other cars. I still treat this car like it's brand new. Always have since I first got it. Don't like parking next to other cars. I don't have any dings on my doors yet. Knock on wood. So just backing into this space manually here. The lines are really hard to see, but we have arrived. So very interesting that it took me through yet another drive-through unintentionally. What else? I would say that little jog into the right lane was a little bit weird. But other than that, it did fairly well. So now everybody knows, don't cover up the camera in the cabin, because you will get that message take over immediately. Hopefully I don't get a strike against me for that. Hopefully this helps other people to know what not to do, and hopefully this also helps people realize and understand what the limitations are, and one of those being navigating through parking lots. It's not perfect. Sometimes it works really well. It's very impressive. Other times it's a huge letdown. So just be aware of that. It's learning and improving. See, now the learning part is something I have yet to witness, because I just got the new version, and it seems to be making, and the new version being version 10.4, but it's still making some of the same mistakes it was making in 10.3.1. So that is today's little drive. So thanks a lot, guys, for watching. Thanks so much for your support. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe. It means a lot to me. I want to keep doing these videos. So thanks again. Have a good one, guys. So this light that you see shining in my face at night is something that I got from Abstract Ocean. I don't get anything out of providing this referral to you guys, but it is something that I added probably in my first or second week of owning the car. That little compartment in the Model 3 is a little bit dark at night especially, and I like to keep this light in there so I can see everything. It kind of illuminates the area, and it's also motion sensitive, and I think light sensitive as well. It's got a little dome on the light unit, and I never had a problem with it falling off. I did find in the initial stages with some Velcro it would fall off repeatedly, and then I tried some double stick tape, and then what ended up working the best was a long stripped magnet. So it does not come with that. You have to add that separately, but you can get a magnet. I can't remember where I got it, maybe Target or Walmart, but you can get one of those pretty easily from, even a craft store would carry these strip magnets. And you can cut it too to fit on the back piece, and that has just worked out so well for me. I'll do another video in the future on other accessories that I've added to my car, most of them in the first couple weeks of owning it. I've gotten a lot of use out of them myself. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. As always, have a great day.